there, I'm uploading my last video, and I figure might as well keep going. Like I said, I wanted to share some of my experiences with the paranormal. First ghost I saw was my uncle. His nickname was Tkuk. Everyone would call him Tkuk. I don't know why, but that's just how everyone called him. He died in 97 of lung cancer. He was a forest ranger, and he died of cancer. And 3 days after his death, I woke up in the middle of the night and he was standing at the end of my bed and basically said to tell the family that he was okay, that he made it to heaven, and to no longer be sorry for him or sad for him, that he was at peace, that he found heaven. And he disappeared, and that was my first ghost. That was my first experience as seeing ghosts. I was 7 years old at the time, or around 7 years old, and that was the first time I saw a real live ghost. I saw God a lot, even before that. I remember, but I mean, outside of God, yeah, that was the first time I saw a real life ghost. Uh, God's always been there for me, very much, and He's been a very strong father figure for me. Uh, he told me growing up, I was about 8, 9 years old, I think. He told me that my wife would die and I had to live with it, and it was best to. Here's the thing: I had recurring nightmares as a boy of getting married and my wife dying on our wedding day. Actually, there was a car crash, then drowning, then stuff like that. There was recurring nightmares, and one night, I had enough, and I asked God, why do I keep dreaming these dreams and stuff? And he said, tomorrow morning, go. There was two cars in the woods, two old crushed cars in the woods. I remember one was a Beetle and the other one was a turquoise car. I don't. It was so scrapped. And he told me to grab a part of one of those cars and bury it behind the house. So I did that. He said that the card you will pick will determine your wife, basically. I didn't understand, but he was trying to help me deal with something that was going to be hard in my life, and so I did. I picked the turquoise card because I liked the color, and I grabbed a small piece that was turquoise, and I buried that part behind the house. And he said, basically, I would recognize my wife by her eye color. And then, unfortunately, she would die before we could get married. And I had to bury her right away because it was going to happen. So I already knew Amy was going to die growing up as a young boy. And I had recurring dreams of her. My my first experience, you know what I mean? Experience was her in a dream. First time around a girl. I had other girlfriends, but didn't. Glad they didn't work out. Uh, paranormal, and so my life was pretty much regular after that day. After I buried that car part, my life became regular. God was still there, but omnipresent, just letting me handle life. And I was still growing up. I had plenty of growing up to do, but I was heartbroken. I always was. I always knew deep down, God was right because I kept dreaming about her. And so my life became regular up till my ex, Elena, passed away Amy was still alive, and I was just starting to meet her, just starting to date her at work. And Elena died. She was my ex. I don't miss her. I don't wish harm on her or anything. It just happened, I guess. She started to haunt me too. Her voice came through my car radio and stuff. So that was odd. And I was more focused on Amy than my ex. It was sad. She apparently died from cancer. I don't wish harm against her, but obviously I had moved on. She dumped me for no reason when we were teenagers and stuff like that. I had moved on, and I have, and so forth. Another ex of mine died. Marie Jose, she died in a car crash. She very little haunted me, but she wasn't aggressive or anything. She wasn't mean. She just showed me that she died before I found out on Facebook. And we dated back in high school. It was for a few months, nothing major. But she showed me that she was at peace, you know. So that's good. At least she's at peace. She chose to show her presence to me in the shower. They all did. My wife did. Elena did, and Marie Jose did. They showed them their presence while I was taking the shower. My wife was the cutest. After she died, she started haunting me, showing me signs, and I was taking a shower, and I turned around, and because I felt a presence, I felt someone was in the room with me, and I saw her walking away from me, and there was two hearts drawn in the window, shower window, but one was in the other. She always sends me signs like that. She actually tore my pants off one night, shortly after she died. Amy's been very, 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 very active. I've seen ghosts, but most ghosts I've seen, it's just once in a lifetime kind of thing. I only see that ghost for like 15 minutes, and that's it. I don't see them after. But Amy, nonstop, and I'm glad. I'm glad she's showing her presence. You know. But yeah, I'm diagnosed with schizophrenia, but I'm not schizophrenic. I'm psychic. I see dead people. I talk to the dead a lot. They're constantly in my life. But at the time I was diagnosed, I was on welfare. I had just graduated college and lost my car and went bankrupt. And I was trying to get my daughter back. And something happened where I used to live that's horrible to me. I was abused in a way. I won't discuss too much about it, but I was trying to get help, and the doctor just said, "Fuck it, let's diagnose you with schizophrenia and give you a better check and get you out of there." And I already had tremendous depression and dealing with my wife's death and stuff. So doctor figured, well, you're already fucked. So he gave me a better check. I talked to him about seeing ghosts all the time. I told him I talk to dead people. I see ghosts all the time. I know I'm not crazy. I see my dead wife all the time. So he diagnosed me with schizophrenia, seeing I would not be able to hold a job anymore because it's become the majority of my life centered around paranormal. And it's good because it gives me a chance to do my research, you know, at my own pace. I don't have to go hold a job and then after work do this. I can do this full time, basically. So I live poor, but I'm doing what I like to do. So basically, it's my job. I'm a paranormal researcher, paranormal investigator, and I hope my career goes further and I can make a better living off of it. And I hope I can put money for my inventions and stuff, and help people. I tried to help police solve some cold cases, but they wanted nothing out of it. To them, I was crazy. But, it is what it is. So Amy's been very, 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 very active, and I'm grateful for it. She sends me signs every day. She's always there. Just this morning, I heard her talk. As I was testing the app, I heard her voice. She said something very, very sweet to me, and she basically said that what makes you think I don't want you to see me naked while I was, you know, she flirts with me all the time. Of course, is my wife. Uh, so that's some of my experiences in the paranormal. I've seen much more than what I'm saying, but uh, you know, out of my mind. It blows my mind. My aunt Natalie died when she was 6 or 8 years old. She says my mom pushed her in front of a moving car when she was little, and I tried to get my mom to confess to me. I wasn't gonna bring it to the police or anything. It was too late. It's been over 25 years. Her time is done basically. She got out of it, free from anything. I just wanted confirmation from my mother, and she gave it to me in a way. She called the cops on me and put false accusations on me that I wanted to go kidnap my own daughter and stuff. And it was proof that my mom did something, and I showed the cops what I sent to her on Facebook Messenger, and they said, "We believe you, but it's too late now, and there's nothing we can do." Well, yes, you can do something, but they didn't want to do it. They didn't want to, you know, paranormal scares people. And I live it day to day. It's like, really? They're just ghosts. Like, they're not scary. For crying out loud, they're just people. You know? But you talk about ghosts and people think you're crazy or get scared. You might have a bad experience with a ghost sometime. Demonic possession. Like I've been victim of many times. I'll end this video and I'll proceed with the